Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. That was a frustrating loss. It's been a frustrating series, but don't go away. I got a lot to talk about in this video. We're going to go through everything, of course, but this is just a very frustrating series, I guess. But here's the thing. I'll say this right off the bat. This stuff happens to good baseball teams, okay? So don't get saying already, this is exactly what the Twins are going to do in the playoffs, because there's a lot that goes into it, of course. But, the Twins did lose today. They lost the series versus a Braves. Very good Braves team. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we have a better record than them. We're also playing in a little bit weaker of a division, but they are a good baseball team. They came out to play today, and in the last couple of days, our pitching really sucked, and we keep making errors. That's the biggest thing, is once we clean, the errors up. Finally figure out pitching, maybe get our guys back healthy. There's no way we can be bad. Like, really, we didn't even do that bad today. We really didn't do that bad today. We didn't do that bad yesterday. But when you're facing a very good Atlanta Braves team, you can't make the mistake of giving up 16 hits and 11 runs. It just doesn't work that way. So, yeah, we lost 11-7 today, very similar to yesterday. They had 16 hits, we had 13. We also made the error. You can't. We'll just go through the checklist, right? Did we score first? Nope. We were down 7-0 going into the bottom of the 6th inning. We were down 11-0 going into the bottom of the 6th inning yesterday. Did we score 6 runs? Yeah, we did. But when you give up, 11 runs, that's a problem, right? I guess another thing you can add, did we out-hit them? No, we didn't. You're not going to win a lot of games when you don't out-hit the other opponents. And when you give up 16 hits, too many. Also, when you make an error. Too many errors, and it just every single day. Why are we making errors every single day? I don't know if it's because, Rockaball, he likes to switch things up, right? He really doesn't keep the same guy in the same position, really, 2 days in a row. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, Crone will take a day off, and then he'll go bat the DH. No, that's not true, but you know what I'm saying. He'll go play first, and then he'll have another day off, and then, Gonzalez or Adrianza's over there. So it's just so weird. I think that, he continues to switch up the lineup. I mean, like, the Braves did switch up their lineup, of course, but you've got Acuna, Albies, Freeman, Donaldson, Duvall, and McCann's in there as well, but he had the day off today. It's just boom, 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 boom. Same 4 or 5 every day, playing the same positions, right? Albie's got second base, Acuna's in the outfield, Freeman's always at first base, Donaldson's always at third base, but then you've got, Garver catching today. Castro's the DH. Castro's then catching tomorrow. Then he catches 3 days in a row. Like, that's, obviously a dramatification of it, but you know what I'm saying? Garver leads off today, then Polanco's at short. That's pretty similar. Cruz is the DH, of course. But then sometimes Rosario's not in the 4 spot. Then Sano, he's moved up and down the lineup all the time. That's a big problem. But I do want to go through the batting first, because that is a very big deal. Like I said, we did not play bad today. We did not play bad yesterday. 7 runs, 13 hits. I don't remember what we had yesterday. Very good numbers. We had 7 runs yesterday, too. Of course, that's not a bad day, but when you go down 7-0, you give up runs in the first inning, big crooked numbers, 3-3, 2-2 at the end of the game, it changes a lot. But just as I said yesterday, you take away 1 or 2 of the bad innings, right? You take away the 6-run 6th inning yesterday for them, and you take away the 2-run innings in the 8th and the 9th, or like the first inning where he scored 3 runs. It's a new ball game, right? And of course, we made a comeback in the bottom of the 9th, but it wasn't enough, right? But just you stop giving them big innings and things happen. So let's go to the plays here, because we did do a lot on offense, and then you've already seen it in the title. We turned a triple play today, which was super cool as well. But let's just talk about this. So the same thing as yesterday. First inning, home runs. They come back to bite you. Ozzie Albies, second pitch of the game, or not second pitch, but second batter of the game, first pitch he sees, dinger. Freddie Freeman, first pitch he sees, back-to-back dingers. And then they also doubled in a run there as well. So, you see, they took a 3-0 lead right there, right away, boom, just like that, they got on Perez. And, they scored again in the third. Couple of mistakes, pass balls, single, walk. Can't do that and allow runs to not score, I guess. So they had a 7-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Finally, when we did something, right? Because it's the same thing as yesterday. Bottom of the 6th inning, we single. There was a challenge, at first base, but Polanco singles. Then Nelson Cruz flies out. Rosario singles, Miguel Sano singles, and CJ Cron singles. Lots of singles in that sentence. So 1, 2, 3, 4 singles, and then Jake Cave doubles. His 5th double of the season got us within 4. So we weren't out of it at this point, but then as I mentioned, the big innings at the end of the game when Cole Stewart, who was just asked to get outs, I guess, gave up runs, gave up 2 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th. But in the 9th inning, we came back. We hit our 224th home run of the season. So how it went down was single by Scope, single by Adrianza with 2 outs, single by Rosario. He makes it 11-4, and Miguel Sano homers his 20th of the season. We now have 5 players with 20 home runs or more on the season, which is great. We are back within 4, but of course, bottom of the 9th with 2 outs, you're not going to be able to do much. That's really the name of the game, though, is 2-out hitting. The Twins have done well with it, but, you know, when you're giving up 11 runs, it doesn't help you that much. So, like I said, we did all right offensively. We even did defensively okay today, besides the error that did allow a run to score, as Perez didn't have, or had 1 unearned run in that. But we also turned a triple play, which is super cool. This time it was Sano to Scope to Cron, and Sano has been involved with every triple play at Target Field. Is that right? Because that was the first triple play at Target Field. He's been involved in the last 3 triple plays, I think is what it is. That's pretty cool. He stepped on the bag, went to second, went to first, around the horn. It was pretty dope. That's our second one of the season in what, like 3 weeks or so? I mean, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I mean, that got us out of a jam for sure. Of course, the base is loaded at that point. So how about that one, though? That could have saved us. Who knows what the score could have been after that, but nobody outs, bases loaded, you get a triple play to get out of it. Boom, heads up play right there. But let's talk about pitching, of course. That's what really blew it for us today. Perez, 6 innings. He got us 6 innings. Again, but at what cost? Because he gave up 11 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them were earned, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. He even walked in a run. That's what I'm saying. You can't be walking people. And, of course, you know, he's had troubles with that. He's gotten better at it, I think. But it just seems as every single time he goes out there, something doesn't work, right? It's the cutter that doesn't work. It doesn't get inside. Or, you know, the changeup, can't find the zone. The fastball's right down the middle. Every single time, there's something that's wrong with him. And, you know, I love the dude. He's an awesome guy. And, you know, he's been really solid for us this year. Except for, like, since the All-Star break, maybe a little bit before that, he has really started to struggle. And, again, that's partly on the team. You know, when you make errors, of course, it was only 1. But when you make errors and runs score because of it, that's an extra out your team has to get. And, you know, you're not going to get a triple play every single inning, which would be super dope, but you're not going to do it. And that's super frustrating. If, you know, you're Perez, I'm sure I understand the, you know, the frustration he's gone through, you know, pitching, and same with the rest of the pitchers. I mean, they rely on these guys to make plays behind him, and it seems as if every day somebody else makes an error. It's just like every single day somebody is hitting a home run on the opposite side of things, somebody's making an error. It just, what can you do? So, okay, here's the thing. I get that we were down, you know what, I guess going into the bottom of the 9th inning. So at this point, you know, I guess we threw in the towel. It was 11-3 at the time, and we just had Cole Stewart continue to go out there. But he threw the last 3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. I mean, even before that, it was 7-3. We were still in this game, you know, in the 7th inning. After Stewart had come in, I get you want to get him innings, but we have had our bullpen absolutely fresh. I mean, when was the last time we used Romo? Was it 2 days ago? In the walk-off, did we use him in the 8th, I think? Then we didn't use anybody that we used on, what day is it? Is it Wednesday already? Monday, I guess, when we started the series. Everybody that we used on Monday, we didn't use on Tuesday. Same with, like, you know, we've been going every other day with these guys. And then all of a sudden today, we throw out Cole Stewart for 3 innings. I don't know if I agree with that or not. I want to know what you guys think about our pitching situation. Not because we suck in that regard, but, like, why? How are we using our bullpen? Because this is just crazy. Like, I get that, you know, you want to get him innings. You know, we sent Stashek back to Rochester, and we brought up Stewart, and you want to get a fresh arm in there to save your other guys. But we haven't been using our bullpen that much because Barrios, even though he struggled, he went almost 6 innings. You know, previously, Odorizzi gone 6 innings. Gibson goes 6 innings. That's enough for a starting pitcher, and that gives us our bullpen that we can work with. why are we not working with it? That's just what I'm saying. So it's a little frustrating. But, you know, like, other than that, you got to look at positives. We didn't get swept by a good Braves team, as I mentioned, but we left too many guys on base. We can't hit with runners in scoring position all the time. We can't rely on, you know, 2-out hitting every single time. And it's just a little frustrating. It's just a little frustrating. But other than that, you know, you just got to take your punches and be positive. You know, we got Cleveland this weekend. That's the biggest positive. We can beat them. That's what we need to do, is go out and beat Cleveland and try to take 3 or 4 of the games. If we could sweep them, that'd be incredible. But, you know, they're right on our tail. They didn't play yesterday, but they played today. They beat Texas in the first game. I can't tell if they are winning. I can't find their score here. Where are they? They are winning in the bottom of the third inning over Texas now in game 2 of their doubleheader. So just got to hope that that Texas can come back. I don't know. We'll get to play them. We'll have our time to beat them. I'm not worried yet. We're still up in the division. We got to play a great Braves team. Sets us up for the postseason. We know what we got to do. We know what we got to fix, and we know we can hang with them. I mean, yes, the scores kind of got out of hand a little bit at the beginning, but if we can cut it back, you know, take a piece at a time, we're going to be right in the games. We've proved that we can beat them once, and this is basically our last tough opponent besides Cleveland until the postseason, right? So take it one step at a time. Do what you can to win a couple games, and we'll see how it goes in September. That's all I got to say for today. We'll come back tomorrow with a good, you know, it's going to be Cleveland. It's going to be tough, but hopefully we get a couple wins. That's all I got for you today. Make sure to come back tomorrow. Leave a like. Click the video above my head if you missed it yesterday. But other than that, we'll see you tomorrow.